truth. You can't handle the truth.
You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.
Europe, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever this may find you in the world or the universe. It is, I am your boy, Big Fred. Yeah. All right, we back. All right. What's up? I was frozen, but I'm back like I never left. What's up? I was frozen, but I'm back like I never left. Yeah. Just checking my siren. Hit me. All right, we there. All right, we in there. Listen, do me a favor. I got 30 minutes, something clean. Share it. Call the neighbor, call the friend. If you're in the city of Niagara Falls, tag them. Tell them to pull up because Frank just has some community information. First, shout out to High Park Cafe for every Friday night doing karaoke. 311 High Park Boulevard, Niagara Falls, New York. Doors open up at 7. It begins at 8 p.m. Pull up, be a part. My friend Deborah, auntie, cousin, niece, all the above. Clearly not niece. What's up? What's going on? Just getting ready to inform you about some things that's happening in the city of Niagara Falls. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tap in, share it. We about to get right into it. So tonight was the first city hall meeting in the city of Niagara Falls. I attended. Let me just go ahead and give accolades. I wasn't aware. Don't judge me. I walked in the room, and I want to give a shout out to dear brother Brian Archie, who operates as the council chair, which means he governs above or is responsible for the functions and the activities of the council. It is good to see a brother, watch yourself, in charge. I'm grateful for that, right? That's one. Hit the siren for that. Boom. Right? Not only that, we also saw Bridget Miles, who is the first African-American woman to sit on a council seat in the city of Niagara Falls. Let's get a siren for that. Come on. We sirening. And also, congratulations to my guy, Vincent Cawley, who is sitting as one of the victors of the council seat. Shout out to all three of them. They are all African-American. That is good news. It is a 3-2. And then we have Jim Perry, who was the previous chairperson. And we also have David Zajac, who's also sitting on the seat. Listen, this is not about color, but let's give honor where honor is due. And it's good to see our people talk about it. Yeah, you're like, Frank, wasn't you just talking about? I know I was, and I shall. So listen, walked in there, seen Archie governing the meeting. I was encouraged. I was blessed by that, letting you know that all things and anything is possible. Jim Perry was a support to him in the meeting. He read the resolutions, and we're getting ready to dive into these components. Kevin Marshall King, Europe, blessings be unto you. So let us go ahead and dive in. Listen, if you have any questions or comments, you can write your comment. I will answer them the best I know how. So there's about 5 items that we had to discuss and deal with, and we're going to run through them so that you are informed. Now, just for those who are tapping in, I know that the Facebook page reaches Western New York as a whole, the world. My focal point in this conversation is really the city of Niagara Falls, New York. Buffalo, we have a great rapport. Rochester, Syracuse, it is amazing. No beef. That is just my focal point tonight. So tonight ain't prayer night, but I pray. Huh? Holler at me. If you need a thing, holler at me. So first things first. First things first. All right, let me be clear. So the city of Niagara Falls has been behind in what we know to be technology, meaning that for us to get information, it's still the old school kind of way. They're getting ready to purchase a new city software system called Open Government. Needs absolutely anytime. I will always pray as the Lord gives unction to pray. But for the city of Niagara Falls, we've been kind of behind. So the city of Niagara Falls has adopted the resolution to upgrade their technology called Open Government so that you're able to see RFPs, which is like bids for different situations. For example, if you have a dog cleaning business and need a dog groomer or a dog cleaner, you can place your bid and we can see that and have access to it. That software is about $40,000 a year. The initial installment fee is about $20,000. So this year, that's going to cost them about $60,000 of software situations. I'm gonna pause here. I want you all who are creatives to create. Why? Because you never know what it is that you will develop through trial and error that has the value that the earth might need. Okay, see how I get off? See how I get off course? Now, niece, as the prophet, I know I'm drifting. I can't make this up. And if it come across my timeline again, I'll send it to you. I literally, whether the internet heard me talking or whatever it was, saw these wheelchairs which allowed individuals to stand up with support. I remember in the prayer yesterday, I talked about having let technology work for you. I thought about you when those things came up. I'll share them next time I see them, but I don't want to digress. So what should happen is though, you should be able to identify contracts, be able to reduce paperwork, save time, and increase those things. So the city really has been long overdue for this upgrade. So that's going to happen as well. Also, there was a resolution to award approximately $5,000 to somebody's vehicle whose vehicle got hit by a tree. So the city-owned tree fell on a vehicle. That vehicle's owner was going to go through litigation, and they felt it is wiser just to settle with an agreement. What are you saying, Frank? What I'm going to say is, you may not like me for this one. Recently, we had many trees fell. Just recently, less than a week ago, a whole lot of trees fell. If you were a victim of a tree falling, you need to do some investigative work or call somebody and see, was this tree on the list to be cut down, to be trimmed back? And then you never know, you might be able to get you a resolution as well. $5,000, hey, pain and suffering, you know what to do. Hurt in the car, that's not my spot. Call the $3,000 number. Let me stop. They're not paying for advertisement. But if you recently had your car hit by a tree of the city, take pictures and photos, you have that report. Make sure you do your due diligence and get some assistance in getting paid, if you will. So that's that. Going through the resolutions. The city of Niagara Falls is updating their code of conduct, not the code of conduct, their building codes, which means, now for those who have been in business in Niagara Falls, it's all kind of red tape and restrictions and all these elements. But they say that the purpose of this is to be up to date to what's happening in New York overall when it comes down to buildings and those things. But can I just be honest? I'm not here to knock them already. A lot of the conditions of the buildings are not in proper working order. So if you are looking to do a business or advance in property, just do your due diligence and seeking out what it takes to make that happen. I just told you all that the city just got $5 million to invest into Main Street in the city of Niagara Falls. And that's $1,000 is allotted specifically to the Rapids Theater building. All I'm saying is make sure you are doing your part when you buy a building, so that you're not dealing with the red tape. Make sure you also get you an inspector, get you somebody who could bring it up to code or tell you what needs to happen. All right. You don't want to be head cracked, taken advantage of. Just keep those things in mind. All right. Let me continue because I got some stuff to get to. And those upgrade to code cost doesn't come at a cost to anybody. So the zoning board appeals, meaning that the zoning board is made up of about 6 or 7 individuals who kind of manage the zoning location for different businesses, meaning that some businesses are commercial, so excuse me, so they can't be in a residential neighborhood or vice versa. And what they do is they just make sure that the location that you're trying to do a business in or whatever fits the requirements of that area, and or they can make a suggestion to alter that parcel of land. For example, I had a business on Niagara Street, not the one with the fight through, before that one, on Niagara Street, where it was okay to be a commercial spot, but it was a commercial one, but they had to go to the zoning board and rephrase it because they want to put in a dog helping center in there, and that requires a different adjustment. What I'm saying is that's the purpose of the zoning board. The zoning board is to make sure that whatever's happening in the zone is up to par. So if you have any challenges, difficulties, do not hesitate to reach out to the zoning board. They do have meetings as well on Wednesdays. I think it's Wednesdays. And traditionally, it alternates from the council meeting. So you can get more into that. The term for the seats, though, you can volunteer. You can volunteer for the seat, and the seat is a 3-year term. So if you get in there, for those who got in now, which is Patrick Cicerelli, Jeffrey Flack, Karen Mock, and David Supinelli. Now, you may have asked the question, Frank, why did you take pause when you read that name? Because. Because for those who are aware, Karen Mock's name has come up in conversations in other podcast videos or elements that I've produced, not because I've had the initiative to do so. It just came up in conversation. To see her on the zoning board, also being a part of real estate, hey, I guess get it. There's also another board developing called, give me 1 second. Dante, listen, Dante, I am trying to be nice on the first of the year. But to be in, see, it's always I'll be that person. So to be on, so let me just back up. I once was on the zoning board, right? And just because of time and they changed the pattern of the schedule, I couldn't be on there, right? So I ended up stepping away. Had I not, I probably could have still been on the zoning board. But they replaced it with 4 different people. Karen Mock is a real estate agent, which is crazy because she's not the first one. There's another guy who was on there with me. He was in real estate as well. But when it comes down to city dealings and the zoning board and your property, it can present a certain kind of way. And as Dante stated, this is Noah Munoz's mother who is managing that. I'm not going to dive into that rabbit hole yet. I'll let the rabbit shoot itself in the foot when we get there. But these are just things to just inform you about what's going on. You come to your own conclusions. You make, hold on, let me get a siren. You make your own conclusions, all right? I'm just saying, pay attention. Just FYI, there are minutes for the zoning meetings. There are minutes for the planning board meetings. There are minutes for these things, and it is my objective and my goal that if I can't make the meetings physically, that I am at least present enough to read the agenda and the minutes of what happened and what occurred. Okay. All right. Let me continue. We're almost at the agenda items as well. So, the last agenda item was that the Niagara Gazette is going to be the paper for Niagara Falls. I'm gonna pause here. Who else gonna do it? Like no disrespect to any potential development because anybody can. Fire 716 Radio can come out with a newspaper, a magazine, a brochure. Anything can happen, and I'm not knocking those things. But the city of Niagara Falls, David Zajac said like this: good, bad, or indifferent, we're going to still support the Niagara Gazette. This is what I'll say about the Gazette. They do what they do. The period. Again, I'm not here to put thoughts in your head and make you assume that they're evil, they're bad, but the mayor has had conflict with them because they call things to the forefront. People have asked for FOIL, and FOIL is a request of information about a litigation of items or things that you can submit and you can get that information back to you. What I do know is that the Niagara Gazette has done so on multiple occasions and haven't really gotten any feedback. I know that information from firsthand conversation that was had, whose name will be anonymous for the sake of their safety and retaliation in a lawsuit. Let's not jump down that rabbit hole. It's the beginning of the year. Everyone has the possibilities to change and make readjustments. All right. So those were the 5 agenda items that were on the platform today. But there were some side conversations of the things that occurred, and I want to highlight, if you will, several situations. Let me highlight Vincent Cawley because when he gives his vote based off this meeting, he's giving information that is not necessarily required but appreciated. He gives some dialogue before he makes his vote to ensure to let us know what's going on. Talked about the website, talked about his agenda items. We'll get there in a minute. I called his name out. Let's talk about him while we're here. So Vincent Cawley has an initiative and a goal to be transparent, number one. That's his objective. He also wants to work on updating the website to be more user-friendly, that you can ask questions. You can find out how money, watch yourself, this might get him in trouble, cover my boy, Lord, how money is being handled and spent. Watch what he said. He would like to be able to show you what the funds are supposed to be for. That is not telling you how they're spent. It's like saying, hey, this money is for bill money, but you went and got you a crab and a lobster from I don't want to say Longhorns, but you know what I meant, steak, surf and turf. So which means that this money was supposed to be for bills, but in reality, it was spent for something else. So what he's saying is he wants to set up on the website where you can see where the money is supposed to go. For example, the city received $5 million, $1 million dedicated to the Rapids Theater. You should be able to see an allotment of what's supposed to be spent and for what. That's what his goal is. It's not happening yet, the goal. The goal is also to be able to get you all the agenda in a reasonable time. Not last minute, not just 24 hours, but reasonable time. Also, he has a goal or objective to work towards that he is looking to try to get free parking for the residents of the city of Niagara Falls when it comes down to visiting downtown. Your house, your vehicle registration, your name, that information should be set up and allot you free parking to be able to go downtown and not have to deal with the financial burden of finding a parking spot, how long you're going to be there, and these elements, right? The benefit of being in the land. I feel like I'm preaching, but I'm not. These are the initiatives that he said. I want to give a shout out also to Brian Archie for his statement, but also to Dante Miles for the push that I've heard over the years. As they concluded the meeting, he said, listen, we heard you, which is good news. Not only do we hear you, but we plan to have a response for you, hopefully by the next meeting, if it sees fit. Not only that, he talked about something called work sessions. And the objective of the work sessions is to be able to collaborate among the council as well as department heads to get to a resolve or a conclusion. One thing I said with that was thank you to Dante Miles, because that was something that he kind of brought up before his transition out quite frequently to get the department heads involved in what the community is saying are their concerns. So that is things that he's working on and dealing with. Again, it is the first of the year. My messiness, pettyism, my real conversation, the truth of it will be slightly filtered for the sake of seeing what they're going to do. So those are two things. Zajac didn't say much outside of the Gazette. Jim Perry didn't communicate much out of the nothing outside of reading the resolution. Bridget Miles made a statement and said that she's going to do a podcast, and the purpose of the podcast is to inform you all about what's going on so that you can tap in, and she'll be doing it from the office of City Hall. I'm not sure when the start date is. I'm not sure if that was somebody from outside council giving that kind of wisdom, or is that doing as the mayor does. I'm not sure what the objective or the purpose is. We'll have to just wait and see what that outcome is. But I think that Bridget is in a place right now where she's been inside the City Hall, so she's not new to that experience, but learning how things function and how things flow. So just be patient. Maybe it come out this year. Maybe it comes out later. Maybe it won't come out at all. But that is something that she mentioned that she wanted to do. Now, there's a portion of the City Hall meeting. We're almost out of here. I got 10 minutes or so. There's a portion of the City Hall where you have the good of the people. And Dante Miles, come on, back at it, hit the podium. Can I get a siren? Hiya! Dante Miles hit the podium. And I'm going to paraphrase, but he asked them simply to not repeat what the last 6 years has produced. What he said was, listen, one thing that the mayor has stated is that now we have the hope to have a cooperative or a working together government body, which really translates to people who are going to do what I want to do, right? That's just the baseline of it. It is my hope, as Dante said from the City Hall pulpit, I'm going to call it that his hope is that they are to remain integral and to operate in what we know to be called excellence. Excellence. And I think that is exactly what needs to happen, because we cannot navigate the way that we've been. I looked for my notes. I found it. He also encouraged them not to be rubber stamps, because just don't become a yes man to the mayor. Really vet what the plans are. Really manage the funds. Really do your part. And Dante just said, this is just a ask for now. You know, that was his conversation. That he also mentioned, though, that during his time frame of running or being a councilman, that the mayor's agendas, 95% of them went through. The 5% that didn't, there was a roundabout situation that even if it didn't go through, it then came through. So there's that element of it. I'm just reporting what I heard. So allegedly, allegedly. Can I get a siren? Nope. So that's what's happening with that. So after Dante spoke, Tanya Barone, come on, these names may sound familiar. What I like about it is whether they won the race or not, they're still present in the land. And Tanya Barone brought up some concerns about the ice rink. Do they have a contract? Do they have a contract? Not only that, it has been told that the ice pavilion is getting upgrades and these elements, and the owner is paying out of pocket, but the compensation is that there is no rent. We're not sure how, allegedly. And then she had valid questions just about the dog shelter, about rent, about what's happening with that. What's the plan for the dog shelter? Where are we? It's not open yet. So the benefit is that people are still asking questions and still inquiring about what's happening. Just watch this. Just because it's a new year, y'all don't want to hear it, doesn't mean we've forgotten about the challenges that's been jumping off in the city. Just because the year is new and there are new people sitting in the seats does not mean we forgot about Centennial Park debacle. We forgot about the data center debacle that we have, that you're still fighting litigation on that, spending millions of dollars. Listen to me. Let us advance forward, but let us not forget of the items of the things that are on the table still. All right. Let us not forget those things. So I'm not here to tell you that, oh, we're starting a whole new freight. It's brand. No, we still got to deal with some stuff. Because if your goal as the mayor is to build a entertainment center, I talked about this before, why not maximize the space you already have, i.e. Rapids Theater? Max out Rapids Theater. Like blow that out of the water to show people that you have the capacity to handle what you're talking about and then advance new projects. All I'm going to say is Main Street is about to turn. Buy you a property, buy you a land, buy you a sidewalk, buy you a mural, buy you a building. If you hold on to that building, don't you let that go. I don't know if you're thinking about selling. He probably not on here, but Black, hold on to that. Just hold on to that. I know. Don't worry about nothing. Just hold on to it. Hold on to it. Hold on. It's gonna be your investment is gonna be well worth it, but hold on to it. I digress. So Tanya brought up that. Who's paying for the upgrades? The logos, the glass, and why the dog shelter isn't open. That conversation then leads to Janine Gallo, my friend, my homie, the Paws of the Falls, who has a center where she cares for animals, and she's getting calls about dogs on a regular basis. And she talked to our representative in Grand Island, who is been allotted 10 kennels to accommodate the dog situation. But unfortunately, there's been some challenges with that. Not only that, $4.5 million. And watch what's crazy. Niagara Falls pays the bill, sometimes doesn't pay the bill, which is not good practices with management. I get it, Rob Peter to pay Paul, but if you're not going to do your part, how can you expect your tenant to do their part? There's no adoption. The SPCA is not really involved as much in the dog situation. So there's a lot of challenges happening. We have this $4.5 million dog shelter that is not occupied with a person, but is occupied with, get out of that, Wi-Fi, Spectrum, the bill. And somebody's paying that. And ideally, if it's the city's paying it, that also means that it's coming out of your pocket as well. All right? So that was the conversation tonight. I believe that was all of it. That was the gist of it. Like I told you, I'm just here to inform you guys what's happening in City Hall. Also, I'll let you know what's happening in County Legislature with Niagara County. The last meeting they had was just appointing the people. Prior to that, they received $1 million to go towards police and police sheriffs and all this other stuff. So I'll get more into that later on. But I want to say something. The county just got $1 million. Niagara Falls just got about $5 million plus a possibility. Which also means we are already, what word I'm looking for? Together. I don't think that was the word. We're not broke. That's it. There it is. I couldn't find it. We are not as broke as they project. We have access to funds and resources. Let's use them. Let's get ready for it. Listen, City of Niagara Falls, we can do something amazing. We're going to. Every dream, every vision, every concept, pursue it, make it happen, make it come alive. No delay. Finances are going to show up. Funds 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 are going to show up. So just do your part. Do what you got to do to make it happen. Tomorrow is Thursday for me. Probably shouldn't have said that on this live broadcast. But it's Thursday, but I watched it on Thursday. How was it Thursday? I'll be back with prayer every other interaction, if you will. But listen, that's Niagara Falls. We got work to do. This is just the first meeting. We will continue to watch and see how they navigate. We continue to watch, see how they move. Listen, if you are a nonprofit, if you are doing stuff for the community, contact your county legislator. If you need to know who it is or information, you can reach out to me. I'll send you to the link where that information is already provided. Listen to me. Y'all ain't got to suffer. And you ain't got to take crap. And you ain't got to settle. Do what needs to be done. I holler at y'all. Y'all be encouraged. Y'all be blessed. May heaven shine upon you. May God rest upon you. May every area of your life, God, do what it's supposed to do. I even pray now that the body comes into complete alignment, God. I cancel sugar diabetes. And how I got here. I cancel sugar diabetes, oh God. And I cancel, God, repetitive habits. I cancel, Father God, the habits that have been developed out of trying to survive. I pray, Father, that there's getting ready to be an abundance and an increase, God, for those who have a true desire and a heart to see change and transformation. God, breathe. God, talk. God, commune. God, sit. God, settle. God, dwell. God, converse. God, remain. God, be still. God, be God. Do what you will, God. Bless us all. Align us all. All right, guys, my time is up. Y'all seen that? Fall asleep. My time is up. All right, guys, we out of here. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be encouraged. I'm getting ready to go feed my family and rest for tonight. I'll probably be on tomorrow night, probably to do prayer if the Lord says the same. I'm out of here, though. That was my sign. Gotta go. Peace, love, soul. If you have not, please follow Fire 716 Radio. Please follow 716 Radio, Fire 716 Radio on both Facebook and YouTube. We got much content coming, conversations, dialogue, community stuff, fun activities. I'm going to open up the studio for food reviews. We're going to just have a good time as we progress in this thing called life with God, with community, every component. Rock out, be a part. Pull up, karaoke night, Friday night, 7 o'clock, High Park Cafe. Doors open up at 7. It begins at 8 o'clock. I'll be there and I'll be on time. We'll rock out and have an amazing time. Listen, if you want to advertise your event, your business, what you want to do, if it's free to talk, if it's free to join, if it's free to be a part, you can advertise for free on Fire 716 page, and we'll build other platforms as well. We'll push on our other platforms as well. You can do so. You can email fire716radio. If you're looking to give or donate to what God is doing, the cause and the media, you can do so via Cash App, Fire716radio, or any other method. I can send you the link. I holla at y'all. Be blessed. Never stress. Say less. Because God, hiya! God, yeah. We good. It's in control. I holla at y'all. Oh! And follow us on TikTok as well. We all over the place. I'll let y'all. Peace, love, soul. Sound the alarm!